Hey PanFM, welcome back to the YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be talking to you about 3 tips to successfully attended sessions. Now, before we get started, whether you want to do attended sessions or not is completely up to you and your workflow. But there are a few tips that can help you guys along the way to make sure you get the best or the most out of having your clients sitting on the couch, sitting next to you, and getting the most out of what's in their brain for their project in order to get the best sounding mixes, the best sounding productions, best sounding recordings, whatever it may be that you're doing. Having clients there, attending a session is super helpful, at least I've found. Now, let's move on. Tip number 1 is communicate, okay? But what I want you to specifically start to communicate to your clients when they're attending sessions is when you need dedicated time to just focus. Because as much as they're there, if you don't communicate to them when you need dedicated time to just like sit here and mix a record, what will happen is they'll start interrupting your flow and slow you down and make you less efficient than what you should be, and also in some circumstances less effective, because when we're mixing sometimes we get in the zone, or when we're producing sometimes we get in the zone. And it's really important to go to your clients, hey guys, I'm just gonna work on this drum bus right now, and I just need to focus for about 15-20 minutes, and then I'll get you guys in to start helping me and getting your input. It's very important you communicate that, because it does affect how efficient sessions are when you have clients in, if you don't delineate when you do need just time just to focus and nut out something. Tip number 2 is offer them opportunity to give you feedback. Offer them, and routinely offer them, opportunity to give you feedback. Now, what this means is, when you finish mixing the drums, get their opinion on it. When you finish mixing the vocals, get their input on it. Because what's going to happen is, if you don't do it routinely enough, you might end up backtracking at points in the session, because they'll go, I don't know whether I like that bass anymore. But they've never had an opportunity to speak about it prior. So it's very important you routinely offer them opportunity to give you feedback on what you're working on. The third tip is my favorite one, and this is the best one about doing attended sessions. It's that nobody knows their music and the vision better than the client. The reason why the clients come to you is because they want to achieve a particular goal, and nobody knows that goal better than what they do. So having them here is super important. It's very important you respect their opinions, you listen to their feedback, and most importantly, you do your best to get to action that, to make those creative ideas come to reality when you're working in the studio. Now, some of you might say, well, clients can sometimes give unrealistic requests. And here's a bonus tip, if you might want to call it. When they give an unrealistic request, or a request you might see as not in the best interest of the end product, I suggest actions speak louder than words. So actually perform their request, and then you can A/B it in comparison to what you believe would be most suited to the record. Now, when you're doing this, make sure everything's level matched, so it's fair play, so they can actually, instead of listening to the volume difference, they're listening to the tonal and the musical difference between any changes they request. But nonetheless, action them, because if they might hear something, they might not realize what their request is, maybe not in the best interest. So if you allow them to listen to it, it'll speak many times louder than just saying to them, no, we're not going to do that, because that's just going to sound bad. Anyway guys, like, share and subscribe, and until next time, take care.